Hello and welcome back to the World of Warcraft Legion beta. Today we're going to be testing out the Demonology Warlock. I've never played Demonology before, but hopefully this will go smooth. It looks fairly simple, much like the BM Hunter. Most of your damage is going to be coming from empowering your pets, so you won't see too many spells being cast, although I did pick up a few. So, just to let you know, I did skip all of the opening scenarios to get right here to the Echo Isles and Dalaran. There are some pre-patch things to do, but we skipped all of those. And before we get started, I'd like to show you some of the new passives for the Demonology Warlock, so you get kind of an idea where our damage is coming from. Our new mastery is Master Demonologist. Demonic Empowerment also increases the damage of your demons by 31.4%. That number will be different for everyone. As you can see, I'm on a template character with an item level of 680. We have Soul Leech. All single target damage done by you and your minions grants you and your pet shadowy shields that absorb 10% of the damage dealt up to a maximum of 20%. And Soul Link, 20% of all damage you take is taken by your demon pet instead. Soul Leech also heals you for 25% and your pet for 50% of the absorption it gains. And before I go ahead and start our quest here, if you are worried about spoilers and you don't want to see this before, but you are interested in maybe seeing the class hall and the abilities, go ahead and check my description. Under the video, I will have annotations to times you can jump to and see certain things. So, here we go. It's good to see you on your feet. The members of the Council of Six are recuperating from their ordeal. The intensity of the teleportation spell can be disorienting. It seems you lost consciousness for a time, but at least you didn't awaken to find yourself stuck in a wall. Dalaran has been relocated to the Broken Isles. From here, we will spearhead the effort to acquire the Pillars of Creation and drive the Legion from Azeroth once and for all. And with that, we get the Dalaran Hearthstone, which is basically your new Garrison Hearthstone, and 5 Tomes of the Tranquil Mind, which are used to reset your talents anywhere in the open world, in dungeons, or in raids as long as you are not in combat. As you can see, I have no quests available to me on my map or in my quest log, in order to obtain our class hall / scenario for the artifact quest, just run around Dalaran a little bit. Eventually, it will run up to you, or you will be prompted to start your quest. As you can see, Dalaran's pretty much the same, nothing different, except for the very middle, and we'll have to probably go there at some point anyway, so I won't spoil that right now. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, there we go.
What? A moment of your time, Warlock. The Council of the Black Harvest requests your assistance.
Greetings, Warlock. I speak on behalf of the Council of the Black Harvest. With the Legion invasion upon us, it is painfully clear that our only hope is to grow stronger. The Council plans to tap into the Twisting Nether and call forth more powerful demon allies. The ritual is ready, but we are short one number. No doubt you have heard of the fate that befell Canrathad Ebonlock. You will be his replacement. Do you accept?
Join us at the Circle of Wills in Dalaran's underbelly, Warlock. My portal will take you there directly. We will be waiting.
And here we are. A couple of the council members here. Let's talk to our friend again.
I've no time for trivia.
You have made the right decision. Let us hope you live up to your reputation. It is time to begin the ritual, Warlock. Be prepared, for the summoning we perform today will be more challenging than any you have known or seen before. Are you ready?
If you mess with the Sixth is here. Let us begin. Zelafrax will lead us in the ritual. You have studied the rites, Gnome.
Yeah, don't worry about me, hothead. I know what needs to be done. Chris Normanoff. I need everyone to channel on the portal. This ritual requires our unwavering concentration.
It is not our concentration that should concern you. Let us hope our newest edition can keep up. What are you waiting for, new blood? Begin.
Your power is impressive, Warlock. The ritual begins. Here estalat Yurthog no rush.
Be prepared. We're reaching deeper into the nether than ever before. Who knows what we may find?
Al Nortales Daval.
Keep focused. I sense a being of great power on the other side.
Zoranik Var. Telosh.
Zolofrax!
Or was it Teloff? I'm always mixing those up.
No! The portal!
Who dares summon me?
It is I, Zalafrax Wobblepox. You will serve me, demon.
Trifling gnome! I think not! Foolish mortals! You think yourselves worthy to enslave the mighty Juggernaut? It is you who will be made to serve!
Well, that didn't go well.
So, the new blood awakens. You were spared the brunt of the Pit Lord's assault. A pity the rest of us weren't so lucky. We would seem to be Jagannath's prisoners on some forsaken Legion world. Imagine the horrors he has planned for us. Personally, I would prefer to avoid such torment. Pain. Hard to focus. Quickly, before our jailer turns his attention to us, you may be able to control him long enough. I obey. What trickery is this? No one escapes my cells! Jagannath will end you. That was Chewbacca. The others might yet live. I am too wounded to go with you, Warlock. Find the others. Together, you might survive this.
What?
Leave
Please,
me.
please don't
Risen
hurt
Flame
Calidus.
Skull is no one's
Calidus
burden.
is a servant to the cruel, cruel Juggernaut. He abuses and mocks poor Calidus. Oh, but you could be his undoing. Calidus will distract sentries. You find your friends. We will meet again soon.
Okay, so we made a new friend, a new little demon buddy who's helping us. And let's get rolling. Beating up some demons. As you can see, most of our damage is done through summoning demons, which is, to be quite honest, a lot of fun. it might be a bit boring for some, so I can understand if you're not totally happy with the direction that they've taken this spec, but it is a little bit more fun, I'd say, than the Beast Mastery Hunter. At least you're actively having to summon demons rather than standing around and watching them beat on everything.
I was nearly food for the hounds. Thank you.
I need a target. I need to target something first.
Your silence cannot last forever, Worgen!
I don't have a target.
Is that the best you've got, demon? I thought your kind knew how to torture. Pathetic.
Savor your words while your mind can still form and worm.
I appreciate the assistance, Warlock. These demons are dreadfully boring.
Wait. Where is Ritson?
The orc was gravely injured and cannot follow. No matter. We four should suffice to control that pit lord. That is still our goal, yes. Fine, stubborn Worgen. Escape shall be our first priority. But if the opportunity to enslave the demon presents itself, I say we take it.
Then it's decided. Let's keep moving.
Let's heal back up our demon a little bit. Destroy these barriers. Make our way further. I'm really liking this so far. When I first tried it, it felt a little clunky. It felt like you were
This way! Over here!
spamming buttons in little
What is
odd
this
ways, but it's
miserable
fun.
creature?
Calidus is a friend. Here we see. Juggernaut hunts powerful weapons. Friend could use these weapons to rule this place.
Rule? I like the sound of that.
Slow down, Shinfel. How do we know we can trust this thing?
You must trust Calidus. Come to the archives. It's not far.
I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. amazing! Think of all we could learn from these tomes.
Not to mention the power they could give us.
Here! This is the tome you seek, friend. Take it, and we can leave this place before Juggernaut finds
Insolent
us.
wretches!
It would appear we've been discovered.
Did you think you could escape my grasp so easily?
Unhand me, wretch!
Haughty warlocks! You presume to issue commands to my kind? Face the consequences for your insolence!
Shinfel, no!
I will smash you like the insignificant gnats you are! Burn! Burn in the fell fire!
Flee, friend! We must escape through the gateway!
Zinin, look out!
Your skull will make a fine trophy!
Zinin! Oh no! Press on, Warlock. Close the portal.
I will burn you to cinders!
The path is clear! Hurry!
This is not over, Warlock! I will see the end of you!
Ah, you did it, friend! The portal is closed. He cannot pursue us here. Calidus is eager to help.
Calidus, sorry,
Must
we
find
not
the
saved your
weapon
friends.
so the Juggernaut can be defeated. The book is the key.
But maybe they survive if we hurry. Jaggernaut tortured them, yes, but he likes to keep victims alive, mostly. The book you carry is the key to your friend's salvation and to your absolute power. It holds within information about many relics too dangerous to the Legion to leave unchecked. Read, friend, and decide which of these artifacts you will use to strike down Jaggernaut. So, when we
Calidus
click
will
that,
wait here.
here we are. These are the 3 artifacts for the Warlock specs. Obviously, for the purposes of this video, we will be going Demonology. There are 2 others, the Scepter of Sargeras for Destruction, and Ulthalesh, the Deadwind Harvester, for Affliction. You will be able to go back and get those weapons at some point. I believe it's 102, and I'm not sure what level you're able to go back for the second one, but I assume it's not too far in. They do have catch-up mechanics. I just read about them earlier this morning. They do have catch-up mechanics. I didn't realize they existed because I haven't had the opportunity to pick up the other 2 weapons on any of the characters I've played so far. But they do have catch-up mechanics that are available so that you won't be too far behind on your other weapons, or that you can get those weapons up to par if you decide to change specs, or you want to have a second spec ready for certain fights. So, and we will be going for the Skull of Manari, which is your offhand, and the Spine of Thalkiel, which will be your main hand dagger. And as you can see, it's item level 750. The sorcerer Thalkiel was one of the first Eridar who learned the techniques of summoning and controlling demons. After his defeat, his skull was put on display as an example of the dangers of the dark arts. The lesson went unheeded. After the Eridar's fall, the skull was taken by the generals of the Burning Legion to enhance their control of their armies. Let's go ahead and choose that.
Calidus is ready to serve.
Yes, friend. Chose very wisely.
Come back soon.
The skull of the Minari. Oh, good choice. It's very powerful, and it's held by an even more powerful Dreadlord. There is a weakness. The skull has a will of its own. If we can commune with the skull, we might be able to convince it to serve you instead. We will need reagents from the floating city before we can perform the ritual to commune with it. Dust from a fresh grave, dark oil, and a powerful alcohol catalyst. Oh, and blood. I sense a beast whose blood should be perfect.
Farewell, you friend. Calidus will search for a suitable location for the ritual.
Well, fantastic. Okay, so now we need to go and find some of these reagents. I am not sure where they are, but hopefully it won't be too difficult to find. Obviously, that's above us. So let's head back up. Doesn't seem to be any down here in the sewers. I'm liking the spec so far. I really am. It's a good bit of fun. It's one of those specs you can play as an alt and just AFK while you watch something else. Okay, we need some blood from the docile stag. Oh. Sorry. I didn't mean to do... Okay. I guess I should have figured that was gonna happen. I apologize. I just killed something. That's not... It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So, I'm guessing we're taking this alcohol. Boom. You hear footsteps behind you. Oh, this drunken mage wants some. Little did he know, I got a lot of friends. A whole lot of friends. Ooh. Oh, oh, he's out cold. I thought we killed him. Jesus Christ. I was gonna say, this is, I don't think we're heroes anymore. Oh, and we should probably summon our Felguard. Hello? Oh, we don't have any soul shards, that's why. You do generate, as you can see, we have soul shards. You do generate those through Shadow Bolt, through Shadow Flame, which is an ability I took. Doom generates soul shards. So you never really. I like it because it's intuitive. There's never a time when there's something I can't be doing, like some specs I've had. Here we go. Can of overheated oil. All right, no crazy shit's happening here. And our final piece is the freshly dug grave, which is just around the corner. We'll head to that. I feel bad about this. Why would you have graves right here? Alright, let's see if any crazy shit comes out. Nope.
Calidus found a perfect spot for the ritual. Come, friend. Meet Calidus in the room behind the curtains at the place called the Violet Gate.
I'm not sure whether this guy is actually on our side or not. I would assume, because he's a demon, he isn't, but we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. I should probably put a soul stone on myself again. Let's get our Felguard back.
Who dare summon me?
Here he is.
Yes, friend?
Very good. Now we're ready to begin. Fred now is ready to perform the ritual. Remember, friend, the skull must be convinced that it is in best interest to be in your possession. If we must force the skull into your servitude, it would be far weaker.
Calidus will wait here.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's commune with the skull of the Minar. Ooh.
Now what? One day I will free myself of your control, and... Wait, you're not my master.
You have great courage to contact me, dwarf, or stupidity.
Fine. What do you
I
ask
have
of
need
me?
of your powers. Ha! Do you think you're the first creature from a doomed world to beg for my aid? No. You will burn before the Legion's power, and I'll continue to suffer in servitude to these mongrels for the rest of eternity. Save yourself the wasted effort and go jump into a fire. So the famed Thalkiel chose to submit to the demons in the end. How dare you? If my powers were not constantly being drained, I could easily bring them under my control. Then allow me to free you. Together the Burning Legion will bow to us. We will be the masters.
Begone then. Come to Fell Soul Hold if you truly believe you can free me. But if you're not up for the challenge, you'll be joining me in eternal torment.
Calidus knows where
Yes,
that is.
Fell
But
Soul Hold.
Calidus can help.
Calidus knows where that is. Calidus can make a path that connects to one of the portals there. Felsol Hold is not far away, but it is well defended. Very tough to get in the normal way, but Calidus can help you sneak in. There is a portal that my kind used to haul in treasures. With it, you can get in and find the skull.
Farewell, friend.
Oh, these are the treasure
Calidus
cabinets.
is eager to help.
That's where I knew that model from. Okay, let's go ahead and go through. To Felsol Hold we go. It was such a good trip, I disappeared. Okay, so we are near Suramar. Actually, we're right outside Suramar. Oh.
There you are, mortal. I sense you are near. Move quickly and head down the path. The Master is gone, and his minions gorge upon my power. Come, repay this degradation, and introduce them to unfathomable levels of pain.
I love having so many different pets. This is what Demonology always felt like it should be like.
Good. Now, before the Master returns, slay my captors and free me! target something first.
Foolish Warlock! Did you really think I would remain unaware of your infantile plot to steal my treasure? You underestimate the Nathrazim. As for you, treacherous skull, I'll deal with you later. Come to me, servant of Hellfire! Rid me of this uninvited guest!
I need a target.
Fire the guns! Cover the path in Hellfire! Don't let that Warlock through!
So, a little trick, obviously, we can't stand on this. This is Hellfire, this will deal tons of damage to us. So, we use our Demonic Gateway. Throw it to the other side. And...
Your persistence will be the death of you! Minions attack!
I need to target something first. I need a target. Do you hear me, mortal? Nephestroth imprisoned me at the far side of the valley. Hurry, I sense he is preparing for something significant.
Playtime's over, mortal! Actually, sister, playtime has only begun.
So as you see, I was able to control one of the other named demons here. So if you're having a little bit of trouble you can either banish one or enslave one. I just decided to enslave one, because I don't get to play Warlock very often, and it seems like a little bit of fun. I don't know if that's a big part of Warlock's play, but that's what we're going to do for right now. And let's dismiss that and kill her before we move forward. Summon back our Fell Guard.
Did you think I would stand idle as you clawed your way through my minions? Listen, mortal, as the treasure you fight so hard to obtain is broken to my will!
Curse you! I will not give in!
I grow tired of your interference! Die!
You can see we're pretty good in AoE fights, so if you're looking for Warlock spec, then kind of take on a lot at once, it seems like this would be very good for it. And of course, again, I am in 680 gear, so if you're in 740 gear and switch to Demo, you're probably going to be doing a lot better than me on this.
Do you need a hand? Because I don't have one.
I grow tired of your interference! Die! Enjoy your victory while you can, Warlock. This isn't over between us. It has only begun.
So, we've defeated the Dreadlord, and here is the skull of the Minari, along with our main hand weapon, Thalkiel. So let's go ahead. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we have our artifact weapon.
Freedom! The feeling is sweet, but Mephistrat's magic has diminished my power. must depart this place before the Dreadlord is able to return.
So, before we go back through the portal, you did see a new ability pop up on my bar. It's called Thalkiel's Consumption. This is a 2-second cast with a 45-second cooldown. Thalkiel drains 10% of the life from your demon servants and unleashes a blast of shadow damage at your current target equal to the life he stole. So, the more demons we have out, we can use this ability and deal a large bit of damage. And we'll take a look at what that looks like a little bit later. And let's talk to our little buddy. I believe he is down here in the sewer. I hope he's down here in the sewer, otherwise I'm going to look dumb. Yep, there he is. Dark Whispers. Ocadius. Or Calidus? Calidus. What the hell did I say?
Yes, friend?
Friend was able to get the skull. Yes, Calidus senses it. Senses it? Keeps its gaze turned away from Calidus' friend. I gladly work for you without compulsion. Friend has the artifact. Now Jagganoth does not stand a chance. Quickly, you must go back to Dreadscar Rift. You may still be able to save your friends from Jagganoth's vengeance. If you take the heart of the Overlord, his army will be yours to command.
Come back soon!
Alright, here we go. Back into the lair of the beast. As you can see...
So, the little warlock returns. You're too late to save your friends. They have the honor of amusing my lord, Mephistroth.
I do want to show you.
He will be pleased to receive yet another gift, and I will happily deliver you to him.
Yes.
Come, warlock! You will be broken!
Yes. As you can see, our skull floats alongside of us, so that's a pretty neat little addition. Let me add soulstone to myself, just in case. This is a little bit harder than I think. He's got 1.2 million health, so here goes nothing. Summon an infernal this time. Let's try our ability.
This power you wield, it's not possible!
It seems like it dealt quite a bit of damage there. Obviously, he took quite a bit. Oh, fell storm. I wonder where this is going.
This cannot be! Mephistroth will take you.
Oh, Jagganoth is slain! Now take his heart! You will be the Lord of the Dreadscar!
Okay. Well, that's gross.
Oh, bring the heart to the altar! This way!
Okay, we got the heart of Jagganoth. Jackanoff. Whatever the hell his name is. And we're about to take it to the altar. Along with our floating skull friend and our demon with the Arcanite Reaper. This doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. I like where this is headed. And also we're in the Twisting Nether.
What does friend need?
Oh, I guess this is where we place it, in this little outline here. Don't know what's gonna happen. Let's find out.
Too far away.
So, mortal, you have slain one of my generals. Savor your victory while you can, Warlock. This war is far from over. We will meet again.
Sounds like he smoked a lot.
Friend, the Dread Scar have come to serve at your command.
Well. Okay. Oh, I thought we were gonna have to do something there. Apparently it happens on its own. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Warlock class hall. It is pretty boss. I have not been here before. But as you can see, when you enter your class hall, along the top here, it will show you where you are and your order resources, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So, this is the class order hall. As you can see, we've placed the heart of Jagannath over here. His dead body is chained, and we have a Doom Guard and another Doom Guard watching over here in the Twisting Nether. So, this is very dark, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Calidus is ready to serve.
The cruel Jagannath is defeated. Friend is the new overlord of the Dreadscar. This place will be friend's new home. With the Dreadscar under your control, you can come and go as you please. Jagannath's minions are now yours to command, Overlord, but there is more power to this place than just that. Here, at the seat of the Overlord, you will find a special altar formed of the Pit Lord's blood and charged with his power. This power can be transferred to your new weapon. Approach the altar, Overlord, and claim Jagannath's power for your own.
Farewell, friend.
Okay, but before we click on the Fell Blood altar and we show you what that is, let's take a look at what our weapon looks like. As you can see, there is our main hand weapon, which is the Spine of Thalkiel. You can transmog this at some point, or at any point, actually. But honestly, I don't see any reason to. This is pretty awesome. You will have transmogs specifically for these weapons, but I love that the skull floats alongside of you at all times instead of just sitting here in your hand and being dull. So this is really cool. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let's click on the Fell Blood altar and we'll take a look at what we have. Pretty awesome. As you can see, there is Thalkiel's Consumption, the ability that we learned when we equipped the Skull of the Minari. And that leads to Breath of Thalkiel, a 1-rank passive increasing fire and shadow damage dealt by 5%. You can see this costs 100 artifact power, and Blizzard gives us 100 artifact power for the purposes of the tutorial, just for finishing the quest line. So let's go ahead and add that in and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, that opens up all of the other traits, and you can see there are 3 golden portraited passives that we are able to work towards. These are the most important. It can take quite a few months to get all of the passives, rather, up to snuff. So when you decide which one you're going to go for first, choose wisely, because it does cost a little bit to do a artifact recharge, or respec rather, which I don't think is very necessary because eventually all of these traits will be filled out. So just make sure which one of these 2, as I read through them, that you're most interested in. Of course, when you get the weapon itself, pick which direction you're looking for first, and make sure that you're comfortable with that choice. Okay, as you can see, we can split off in either direction here. Both cost 300 artifact power. They have 3 ranks, and the ranks will increase by the percentage numbers that are down there in the descriptions. So I'm not going to read it as if it were max rank. I'm just going to read it as it says here, and you can do the math in your head. Obviously, it's pretty simple. Sharpened Dread Fangs. This is a 3-rank passive, increasing the critical strike chance of Dreadstalkers by 5%. The Doom of Azeroth, a 3-rank passive, increasing damage dealt by Doom by 10%. We have Summoner's Prowess, a 3-rank passive, increasing the haste and health provided by Demonic Empowerment by 2%. Here we have Imperator, a 1-rank passive, increasing the critical strike chance of your Wild Imp's Firebolt, by 35%. Here we have Open Link, a 3-rank passive, increasing healing done by Soul Link by 10%. And our first major trait, Stolen Power, a 1 rank passive. When your Wild Imps cast Firebolt, you gain an application of Stolen Power. After you reach 100 applications, your next Shadow Bolt deals 100% increased damage. Here we have Soul Skin, a 1 rank passive. When your health drops below 35%, Soul Link increases to split 40% of all damage you take with your demon pet. We have Firm Resolve, a 3 rank passive, reducing the cooldown of Unending Resolve by 10%. And I am going to be talking about all of these in just a little bit, so bear with me. Thalkiel's Discord is a 1 rank passive. This is our second a big trait. Shadow Bolt sometimes enrages Thalkiel, causing him to teleport to an enemy and scream for 28,588 shadow damage to all nearby enemies over 6 seconds. We have Legion Wrath. This is a 3 rank passive, increasing damage dealt by Demon Wrath by 10%. Demon Wrath is a channeled AoE ability that procs off of your all of your pets. We have Maw of Shadows, a 3 rank passive, increasing the critical strike chance of Shadow Bolt by 5%. Infernal Furnace, a 3 rank passive, increasing damage dealt by your Wild Imp's Firebolt by 10%. We have Doom Doubled, a 1 rank passive. Doom has a chance to deal double damage. We have Dirty Hands, a 3 rank passive, increasing damage dealt by Hand of Gul'dan by 5%. Gul'dan. And finally, the Expendables, a 1 rank passive. When your Wild Imps expire or die, your other demons are inspired and gain 1% additional damage. This will stack up to 10 times. So, as you can see, once you start filling out these traits, your rotation becomes more and more important because you're able to keep up some really important passives by doing things in a certain order. Okay, you can see here at the top we have 3 slots. The 3rd slot is unavailable until you finish your Warlock Order Hall campaign, which can take you well into 110, depending on how much you play. It can take quite a while. We do have these other 2 slots here available from the moment we gain the weapon. What you will do is you'll get little relics through questing and through dungeons that you can put in here. They will add item levels to both your main hand and your offhand passively, and they will also get passively add ranks. So let's say we have 3 points in Summoner's Prowess. This may add 1, or this may add 2, so we'll just assume it has 2 additional ranks to Summoner's Prowess, so we would have 5 of 3, meaning instead of the 6% from the 3 ranks, we would have 10%. So also keep in mind, once you put something into one of these slots, there is no way currently, and Blizzard has said they have no plans to enable us to take anything out. So make sure you're making the right choice, because you will overwrite anything in these slots. It doesn't really matter while you're leveling up, but once you're at 110, those choices can overwrite something that you really, really didn't want to do. So if you're looking to try and test something out, I would find a website and ask first, because you can end up overwriting some really good relics. And you can see there's a 1 now here in the corner. As you can see, that adds a passive stamina increase of 0.75% for every trait purchased, up to 34 traits. So you can see we purchased 1 trait. As we go around and we're putting points in the ranks, we'll gain a bunch of extra passive stamina. For tanks and healers, that is a little different, as well as they will also gain passive damage to help them. But since we are a DPS class, we will only gain passive stamina. You can also, you see that this animation disappear there. You can see also, if you shift right click in your character pane without clicking on the Fellblood Altar, we can bring up that UI and put in some of our relics. So if you're out in the world and you get a brand new relic, you want to try it out, you can throw that right in. But you cannot add artifact power anywhere in the world except for here at the Fellblood Altar. So be aware of that. I would not come back here very often while you're out questing, unless you're able to put a point into one of those special traits, those golden portraited traits. It's not super useful, it's not super necessary, so I would suggest going ahead and finishing up a zone. You'll eventually be prompted through your quest lines to come back here and just throw in all your points then. Okay, so here we are, ready to speak to Caldius. Yes, your weapon grows stronger. Friend cannot rest, though. for a new danger lies around the corner.
Come back soon!
It seems that Friend has caught the attention of Mephistroph. This is very bad news, as the Dreadlord will surely wish to seek revenge for losing his general. Friend will need more than the Dreadscar to stand against him. You will need powerful warlocks, such as those who were captured. Caldius thinks the orc still lies in the pit where you were chained. Friend must revive him and rebuild the council.
Calidus will wait here.
Okay, I guess we're going down there. I'm not gonna jump. That would be silly. Oh, they're saluting us. They're saluting us. That's just creepy. Let's see this guy real quick. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. Who is over here? It's the archivist. That's terrifying. Who are you? Okay, we'll be coming to you in a moment. As I said, I have not been here before, so I do need to find a few things. I'm guessing this is where we show up at. What's over here? That is also terrifying. That's also very terrifying. They're just holding that demonic gateway. I don't know where the hell that goes. These are void walkers. Okay. Let's head over to where our friend is, I guess, and we'll get that done and taken care of. Here's the training dummies. Okay, we found that. Where is he? Oh, here he is. He's dead. We're gonna soul stone him. Boom. He's back to life.
It seems not even a pit lord can keep you down, Warlock. Make it quick. But what of the rest of the council? What is it?
I can hardly believe my eyes. For one warlock to control an entire army of demons is beyond what I thought the council was capable of. I only hope such power is enough to turn the tide of this war.
Very well.
It would seem that where the council has failed, you have found untold success. These Dreadscar should prove powerful allies, but they may not be enough. For now, we must look to rebuild. I will send agents out to locate the whereabouts of the captured council members, as well as any other warlocks who may be able to aid the cause. Meet me at the scrying pool, and we will plan our action from there.
The Fellfire beckons. Come, let us plan the future of our order.
So we're gonna head over there. Let's start making our way. What is... There's nothing in particular here. This is the training dummy that we'll use. AoE training dummy. Interesting. There should be a vendor somewhere. There's something above us as well. I know there was a vendor to show you. Is this it? Yes, this is the Black Harvest Quartermaster. So before we go over there, I am going to show you this really quickly.
I got what you need.
We can open up this, and you can see there is a set here, the Visage, or the Black Harvest set. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you what this looks like. There we go. That is the Black Harvest set. Kind of derpy on the face, but if you zoom out, you can't really tell too much. But they do cost 500 gold a piece as of now on the beta. They do have the requirements of requiring a level 110, and also they each have their own individual ones, like Honored with the Nightfallen. 6 champions from your order hall, and you also need 100,000 artifact power and Exalted with the Nightfallen as we go higher in the item levels. This set will be great for you if you are a casual player or you just plan on using this as an alternate character while you're doing world quests. I won't read out what you get in the set bonuses, but if you want to pause the video and take a look for yourself, there it is. You can also upgrade the lower A10, A20, and A30 pieces with these armor kits, just like we had in Warlords of Draenor from the Professions. For order resources, you could purchase those and upgrade your pieces. So the set isn't the most useful thing in the world, in my opinion, because if you're going to be doing, Mythic, Mythic Plus, Heroic Dungeons, and even World Quests where you can get Titan Forged and Warforged items, you won't necessarily need these. Now, you might be able to pick up the also world bosses. The world bosses, you can get one each week. You have the possibility of getting it. I think it's an 860 item. So, but the two epic pieces might be useful if you get to there and you don't have any better pieces of gear. But I don't foresee hardcore players needing this. But if you are a casual player, or if you are playing a warlock on an ult, this set might be really useful for you.
If you ever need anything.
Okay, let's head over to where our friend is. I think I'm heading the right direction. Yep. Here he is. So you can see we have a battle map here. If we click on the map, this will bring up the UI to be able to choose where your first attack point or your first questing point will be. We have 4 different choices. This in the middle is Suramar. This is a 110 only zone. It's more of a flavor zone, lots of lore. It's a very good zone. Has 2 mythic only dungeons as well, I believe. And you don't have to worry about any of this down here. This is used either later on or before we did any of our questing. So you can see we have Stormheim, High Mountain, Val'sharah, and Azuna. It does not matter where you start or where you finish. Every zone will always be the exact same level as your character. So it doesn't matter if you go here, then over to Stormheim, then Val'sharah, then High Mountain. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Also, if you are planning on leveling with a friend and you get, let's say, 1 level ahead, you're 101 and they're 100. As long as you're in the same phase in whatever zone you're in, you can still quest together. You'll see the mobs at 101, they'll see the mobs at 100, so you can be attacking the same mob, and the mob will be different levels to both of you. All it means is the difficulty level is the exact same. There's really no difference. Just for you, you'll see it as having a higher amount of health. I don't want to explain what their tech does, but don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And you can also run dungeons together. So, I'm just going to pick Stormheim for the purpose of the video. We're not actually going to Stormheim, but we want to progress the quest.
I've no time for triviality.
The plan is set, and the wheels are in motion. The wheels are in motion. Jesus.
One more thing, Warlock. With our members scattered and a dreadlord on our heels, we need you to take leadership of the council. Through your power, we can rebuild. I name you the first of the Council of the Black Harvest. May you lead us to glory against the Legion.
Okay. Okie doke. Okay, so I'm assuming part of our class order campaign will be to send or go off on missions, or send our followers off on missions to go rescue our friends that we lost along the way. So while I have spoken of that now, we can go ahead and look at our order resources, and I will give you an idea of what those are used for. So we do have a mission table that you'll be prompted to use later on. They'll kind of spoon feed these things to you through your class order hall. You won't have to worry about coming back here and staring at it all the time. Unless you're 110, and then at 110 you're kind of on your own. They've kind of given you the tutorial already. So we will get champions that we're able to use. We'll also get little minion mobs that you'll eventually be prompted to start summoning, which will in this case for the warlocks, I'm assuming you'll have demons. But they will be mobs that are kind of have uses. There'll be 3 uses for every mob that you have, so it's not you're not really worried about them dying while out on missions. Also, you will have a couple bodyguard champions. You're going to want to have one with you at all times. They're usually something like maybe this guy right here. I don't know if necessarily this particular guy is who you'll be able to bring with you in the world, but usually for some of the other classes that I played up to 110, I usually have a major lore characters that you're able to take out with you in the world. So it's pretty cool. Always try and keep one with you at all times. They do a good bit of damage and they can help you while you're questing and when you're doing world quests at 110. There's also, what I can't show you the UI for it here because it's not available to us yet, but there are class hall upgrades. Now, what those class hall upgrades are useful for is giving you certain bonuses permanently through this expansion. The first tier is usually something like get an extra 20% mission success chance, or have the option to get upgrades on your items through non-daily quests. So essentially, while you're leveling, you might get an upgrade on your 98 or 108 piece of gear goes from green to epic or something like that. There's also ones further down to get maybe one of your 3 bonus roll seals per week through your class order hall for free. And the reason we want to keep an eye on those upgrades and do them as fast as possible is because at level 110 they become very difficult they take a very long time. They take anywhere from 7 to 14 days for the very last class order hall upgrade, and they cost a lot of resources. And why you're going to want to get that 14-day done is for these. You are able at 110 to equip one of these. These are item level 895, the highest item level, I believe, for this expansion. And with the last upgrade, you are able to equip 2 of these. Now, if you look at some of the equip bonuses, you can tell why these are so powerful. This equip bonus is calling Dreadstalkers refunds 2 soul shards, and if you see Dreadstalkers cost 2 soul shards, so you can essentially continuously spam this by summoning those Dreadstalkers. Here's another one. Doom deals 5% increased damage for each pet you have active. And then we have another one. Your instant cast spells have a chance to trigger Foresight, making your next non-instant cast spell castable while moving. Some of these are utility-based, some are damage-based, and some are defensive-based. But these are really, really useful. These will be very helpful if you're doing progression through raids, and especially into mythics. These will be critical to being successful down the line. Okay, we've talked about our garrison missions, we've talked about our troops, we talked about our order hall upgrades, and we also talked about the set that's available to us. There are some other things that I am not going to speak about. They're little lore things that you'll be able to go through. You will be spoon-fed that all the way through in 110, and I don't want to ruin that for you because they're heavy on the spoilers. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back over to our training dummies, and we're going to look at some of our talents, our abilities, and then we'll take a look at the animations for those abilities. I know we've seen some of the animations so far, but this way you'll get a clear look at them. Okay, I think it was over on this side, if I recall. There's the AoE training dummies, and here is the 100. Was there another 100? So we don't have to share with that guy. Doop-a-doop-doo. Hello, friend. You can see that both the Horde and the Alliance share this. Okay, that guy is for the 110s. This is the rating training dummy. So I guess we are sharing this one. Okay, so while we're here now, we did take a look around the class order hall. There's not really much to see. I'm not going to go around and show each individual piece, but you can see we're in the Twisting Nether on a world that the Legion has pretty much torn apart. It's pretty cool. I love it. But let's take a look now at our talents. In the 15 tier for Demonology Warlocks, now we have Shadowy Inspiration. This is a passive where Demonic Empowerment also causes your next Shadow Bolt to be instant. This is good. Shadow Bolt does generate a Soul Shard, and Demonic Empowerment is something that you'll be casting quite a bit. Shadow Flame I like as well. This is the one I took. Instant cast on a 14-second recharge, and it has a, I believe it has 2 charges. Yeah, it has 2 charges. Lobs a ball of Shadow Flame at the target, dealing 7,147 Shadow Flame damage immediately, and another 13,177 Shadow Flame damage over 8 seconds, and this can stack up to 3 times. And our final one in the 15 tier is Demonic Calling. This is another passive. Shadowbolt has a 20% chance, and Demon Wrath has a 5% chance on each target to make your next call Dreadstalkers cost no soul shards. In the 30 tier, we have Impending Doom. This is another passive. Doom also summons one Wild Imp when it deals damage. That's actually pretty useful. You can have a lot of imps out that way. And the further you go, I think, into the traits on your weapon, this might become the passive that everybody uses. We also have improved Dreadstalkers. Calling Dreadstalkers now also summons 2 Wild Imps. This is also a very good one the further we go, because we saw there's something where one of the legendary items, you would get a refund on the soul shards you used to call the Dreadstalkers. You can actually summon tons of Wild Imps. I feel that way. So these two to keep an eye on for later on. And then Implosion. This is a 9600 mana cost and is an instant cast. Demonic forces suck all of your wild imps towards your target and then cause them to violently explode, dealing 14,295 shadow flame damage to all enemies within 8 yards. I feel like this is the one that is going to be least used here. In the 45 tier, we have Demon Skin, another passive. Your Soul Leech Absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 1% of maximum health every second, and now may absorb up to 20% of maximum health. We also have Mortal Coil. This costs 9,600 mana, is an instant cast on a 45-second cooldown, horrifies an enemy target into fleeing, incapacitating them for 3 seconds, and healing you for 11% of your maximum health. And Shadow Fury. This is a 1.14 second cast on a 30-second cooldown, and stuns all enemies within 8 yards for 4 seconds. So these are the same as they are on live. 60 tier, we have Hand of Doom. Passive Hand of Gul'dan now also applies Doom to all enemies hit. I like that one a lot. Just be aware, this is not like the best spec. This is definitely not the best spec. I just kind of picked and choose what I thought I would have more fun with. So you may, if you're a more experienced Warlock and you go, why the hell would he take that? I didn't take it because I thought it would be the best. I just thought it would be the most easy to use and be the most fun. We have Power Trip, a passive where Demonic Empowerment has a 50% chance to generate 1 Soul Shard when used in combat. And then, of course, the final one, Soul Harvest. Instant cast on a 2-minute cooldown. Increases your damage and your pet's damage by 20%. This lasts 10 seconds, increased by 2 seconds for each target afflicted by your doom, up to a maximum of 30 seconds. In the 75 tier, we have a Demonic Circle. This costs 8,000 mana, is a 0.38 second cast, summons a Demonic Circle for 6 minutes, allowing you to cast it again to teleport to its location and remove all movement slowing effects. Limit of 1. Then we have a Burning Rush. This is instant cast, increases your movement speed by 50%, but also damages you for 4% of your max health every second. Movement impairing effects may not reduce you below 100% of normal movement speed, and this lasts until cancelled. And of course, the final one, Dark Pact. Instant cast, 1-minute cooldown, sacrifices 20% of your demon's current health to shield you for 400% of the sacrificed health for 20 seconds. If you have no demon, your health is sacrificed instead, and this is usable while suffering from control impairing effects. In the 90 tier, we have Grimoire of Supremacy. This is a passive where you are able to maintain control over even greater demons indefinitely, allowing you to summon a Doomguard or Infernal as a permanent pet. We have Grimoire of Service. Summons a second demon which fights for you for 25 seconds and deals 100% increased damage. This is on a 1.5-minute cooldown. The demon will immediately use one of its special abilities while summoned. I'm not going to read all those off. If you want to pause and take a look. I think this is the same thing as it is on live. And then Grimoire of Synergy, which is the one I picked, is a passive. Damage done by you or your demon has a chance to grant the other one 40% increased damage, but for 15 seconds. And finally, in the 100 tier, we have Summon Dark Glare. This costs 1 Soul Shard, is an instant cast, and is on a 24-second cooldown. Summons a Dark Glare for 12 seconds that launches eye lasers at all targets afflicted by your doom, dealing 7,147 shadow damage. We have Demon Bolt. This would replace Shadow Bolt, costs 7,680 mana, which is less than Shadow Bolt's cost, is a 1.52 second cast, which is the same as Shadow Bolt. This would draw energy from your demons and launch a ball of demonic energy at the target, dealing 5,719 chaos damage. Damage increased 20% for each demon you have active, and this will also still generate 1 soul shard. So this might be useful. I just wanted another pet. That's the reason I went Dark Glare. And finally, Soul Conduit, a passive where every soul shard you spend has a 20% chance to be refunded. So if you don't want a whole bunch of extra buttons, you can kind of pick passives all the way through and still be effective. I think you're more effective by going some of the abilities that I may have gone. Some people may have a more optimized build, but I think I'm just going to have fun. This is going to be an alt character for me when the servers do go live and I have an opportunity to level up my Warlock. I'm not going to be maining this, so there you go. Alright, let's summon our Felguard again. As you can see from our ability bars, these are the abilities that are kind of baseline as well. We still have Soulstone. The animation has not changed for that. We still have Create Hellstone, Ritual of Summoning, Soulwell, Eye of Kilrog for whatever reason, and Unending Breath for whatever reason as well. Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to use that, otherwise it's just another ability that doesn't really fit anymore. We do have Demonic Gateway, which we took a look at earlier. We'll go ahead and cast it over there. The animation has not changed for
Already
that.
planning to run away.
But you can see when you do cast it, sometimes your skull, your floating skull, talks a little bit of junk when you use it. We do have Enslaved Demon still as well. This costs 8,000 mana. Is on a 2.28 second cast. It slaves the target demon up to 1 level above you, forcing it to do your bidding for 5 minutes. We have Doom. This is our kind of our bread and butter spell now. Inflicts impending doom upon the target, causing 47,048 shadow damage after 15.2 seconds, and this will generate a soul shard. So we cast it. As you can see, little animation there. He's gonna run in. I'm just gonna put him on passive. So you can see, put it on, and yeah, after what is it, 20 seconds? 15.2 seconds, it'll pop. We do have Life Tap, restoring 30% of your maximum mana at the cost of 10% of your max health. Boom. It's pretty useful, and with your passive health regen, you can see you gain back a ton of health there. Pop. We have Call Dreadstalkers. This is a 2 soul shard cost, 1.52 second cast on a 15-second cooldown, and will summon 2 ferocious Dreadstalkers to attack the target for 10 seconds. So, we'll go ahead and pop that, and you can see them. As you can see, we have 2 kind of Fellhound mounts looking with wild imps on them, because we took improved Dreadstalkers. So the wild imps sit on the back of the Dreadstalkers and shoot there. It's really cool. I love the animation for that. We'll take a look at it one more time. Let me get a couple soul shards so you can see. There we go. Summon our Dreadstalkers. Boom. You can see the wild imps riding our Dreadstalkers. Both are attacking. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They've done a good job with Demonology. We also have Health Funnel, sacrificing 24% of your maximum health to heal your summoned demon for twice as much over 4 seconds. You get the idea of that one. Yeah, oh, Demon's health is at full. Yeah, I can't heal. The animation hasn't changed though. We have Unending Resolve, 16,000 mana cost, instant cast on a 3-minute cooldown, reducing all damage you take by 40% and granting immunity to interrupt and silence effects for 8 seconds. Boom. This is what that looks like. It does have a new animation. Pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. Little demon circle there around you. Little demon chains. Pretty awesome. The Doomguard and Infernal have returned. Both are on 3-minute cooldowns. The Doomguard will last for 25 seconds and shoot Shadow Bolts, and the Infernal will also last for 25 seconds and deal tons of area of effect damage. And when you drop it, of course, it stuns. I'm not going to summon either one of these because, well, actually, the hell with it. We'll summon the Infernal. Boom. I think the Infernal changed. Yeah. So you got the new Infernal model, but the Doomguard hasn't changed at all. Okay. We still have Banish, banishing an enemy demon costing 4,000 mana and on a 1.14 second cast. You can only banish one at a time. You can banish Demon, Aberration, or Elemental, and you can banish again on the same target. Or casting Banish again on the target will cancel the effect. So that's how you unbanish something that you need to attack. And there's your summon demons. Obviously we have our Imp, Voidwalker, Fellhunter, Succubus, and Felguard because we are Demo. And that's just our Healthstone. Here is the Hand of Gul'dan. We'll take a look at that now. Well, hey, hello friend. He's coming to join the video. Thank you. So we have Hand of Gul'dan. This will cost anywhere from 1 to 4 of your soul shards. So you can cast it with 1, or you can wait till you have 4. This is a 1.14 second cast. It calls down a demonic meteor full of wild imps, which burst forth to attack the target for 12 seconds. It deals up to 10,296 Shadow Flame damage on impact to all enemies within 8 yards of the target, and it applies Doom to each target hit. And will summon up to 4 wild imps based on soul shard consumed. So you can get 1 imp for having 1 soul shard, but we're going to do it with 4. And here is the Hand of Gul'dan spell. Boom. As you can see, 4 wild imps appear, and they're all shooting shadow bolts, or fire bolts, whatever they're called. Here's our Shadow Flame. We talked about that. This generates 1 soul shard. That's what that looks like. As you can see, he's suffering 5,000 Shadow Flame damage every 1.3 seconds. We have Demonic Empowerment, which we'll take a look at. I'll summon some more of our demons here. We'll get our Dreadstalkers out, and we'll summon our Hand of Gul'dan. Now watch the demons. See how they turn purple there? That is Demonic Empowerment. As you can see, Demonic Empowerment will empower our active demons with dark energies, increasing their haste and health by 50% for 12 seconds. This empowerment costs 9,600 mana and is a 1.14 second cast. So you want to kind of get as many demons as you can out, pop that, and you'll watch them just beat the hell out of everything that moves. We have Shadow Bolt. Shadow Bolt returns as our main spell. This generates 1 soul shard, is a 1.52 second cast, 9,600 mana cost, deals 5,719 shadow
I
damage.
need to target something.
Exactly the same as it always has been. A little skull flying towards the target. Boom. As you can see, our demonic synergy pops, so he'd be dealing 40% more damage. And then we have a Demon Wrath, which I'll show you. Now we're going to summon a couple more things here, and Demon Wrath, as you can see around our demons, a damage whirl. And what that does, it costs 4,000 mana per second, causing your demons to crackle with demonic energy, dealing 6,432 shadow damage to all enemies within 10 yards of any of your demons over 2.3 seconds. This is castable while moving, and Demon Wrath damage has a 15% chance to generate a soul shard. So when you get into a big AoE situation, you know, drop your Hand of Gul'dan, gets Doom on everybody, summons 4 wild imps, get your Dreadstalkers out, you'll get 4 pets essentially from that. You can have your normal pet, you can drop your Dark Glare, and then if you pop this, you'll be dealing tons and tons of AoE damage. So we looked at that. Let's look at our Dark Glare. We talked about him. This is our Dark Glare. Obviously he's not attacking right now. You might say, what is going on? Cast Doom, and there he goes. He only attacks targets with Doom on it, which is why we like that Hand of Gul'dan applies the Doom effect. We also have Drain Life. 4,800 mana per second is a channeled ability, causing 6,934 shadow damage over 4.6 seconds, and heals you for 600% of the damage done. So if we need to get our health back, as you can see, we're healing for 12,000, 26,000 crit heal. So keep that in mind. We looked at Dark Pact. There we go. We're absorbing 130,608 damage. That's what the shield looks like now. It may look a little bit different for you. I don't have my settings on Ultra because it causes me to lag a little bit too much for the video, but you get the idea of what it's going to look like. Fear makes a return, 16,000 mana cost, 1.29 second cast, disorienting them for 20 seconds, and damage may cancel the effect. You can only fear 1 target at a time. That's same. As you can see, we also have the demonic command, I believe it's called, ability. So whenever we have a pet out, we we could tell them to use their super ability, which for our Fell Lord, what is his name? What the hell is he called? Felguard. Not Fell Lord, Felguard. You can tell him to Blade Storm. Pretty useful also in an AoE situation, so you can pop that and then hit Demon Wrath if you're using the Felguard and deal a good bit of damage. So, the last thing we're going to take a look at is Thalkiel's Consumption. Again, this drains life this drains the life of some of our minions and deals a ton of damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our minions loose. We're going to... We're hitting the wrong buttons here. We want to get as many demons out as fast as possible.
Gnaw them to the bone!
And Thalkiel's Consumption, 134,000 damage with all of these demons out, so you can get a pretty big hit. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. Remember, I am not 110. I am only level 100, and I am in 680 gear. Well, 688 now because we have the weapons, but it deals quite a bit of damage. So if you need a big burst, you get all your minions out there, pop that, you'll be dropping those special mobs in no time. Okay, guys, I do want to thank you for joining me for this video. I had a very good time. I was actually quite surprised because the last time I tried to play Demonology on the beta, I was very disappointed. I felt like it had no direction. They've done a good job of changing it up and making it very intuitive, as opposed to another pet class like the Beast Mastery Hunter, which I felt lacked any real form of what's the word I'm looking for? It felt like you were lacking abilities to hit sometimes. While here on the Demonology Warlock, I felt like I always had, a button I could smash, so that I felt like I was actually playing the game and I wasn't just watching my pets beat the hell out of everything. And while that's kind of what this spec is based around, at least I had an ability to hit and feel like I was part of the fight. So, check this one out when the servers do go live, when the pre-patch goes live. Give this one a shot if you are a Warlock player or you have a Warlock alt. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast. I am going to be doing the other two specs here this morning shortly, and you can check those out if you are interested. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please leave me a like. I do appreciate it. You can leave me a comment as well if you are so inclined. If you have any questions, please let me know too in the comment section. I will try and answer them the best that I can from the information that I have. If I don't have the answer, I will try and find someone either in the Warlock class hall or in one of my guilds on my other characters that can answer that question for me, and I will get that information to you. So guys, you have a great day or a great evening depending on where you are in the world, and I hope to see you again in another video.